I will tell you my own experience. I always dated older men. When I was 15, my boyfriend was 20. Welcome to Manthropology Uncut. I'm your host, Holly Solem, and today we're going to do something a little bit different because while I typically have a guest and I interview them about men or about being men, I am going to do a solo episode because we don't have a guest. In light of my recent viral videos about men and their affinity for younger women, we're going to talk about age gaps. It seems the internet has a lot of opinions on these types of relationships. And, well, I personally don't give a shit how old your girlfriend is, unless, of course, she's a child. It is a fun thing to discuss and break down. It seems that a lot of men that I talk to are rather horrified by the idea of dating a woman their own age or dating a woman who is older than them. Would you date a woman your own age?
No.
Younger men like older women, and older men like younger women. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is generational or if this is, if this is like a new thing with the kids, that older women are cool, or if they're just more evolved. I will tell you my own experience. I always dated older men. When I was 15, my boyfriend was 20. Yeah, our families were not happy. He was very innocent and very sheltered and didn't have a lot of life experience, very sweet. And I was kind of the opposite. I was kind of already an adult, or at least I thought I was. I thought I was very mature. When I was 18, my boyfriend was 37 years old. And again, I was quite mature for my age, and he quite immature for his age. Still, today, in retrospect, looking back, I find these particular age gaps pretty disturbing. Because if a teenager is a teenager is a child. So no matter how you slice it or dice it, no matter how precocious I was or how grown up I thought I wasn't. I was a little kid and I didn't really know anything, and I was, and it's gross. Like, any man who wants to date somebody who's that young clearly is just so immature. It's crazy. So I don't think that's good. I think it's kind of creepy. It continued on when I was in my 20s. I was dating guys in their 40s. The power dynamic was so off. I'd have a guy pick me up in his fancy car and his fucking Porsche and take me out for a $1,000 sushi dinner. And at the time I couldn't even pay rent. A lot of these guys too were in the entertainment industry, in the film or music industry, an industry that I was trying to break into. So everything about this was pretty inappropriate because we each wanted something from each other, and it wasn't necessarily to have a beautiful, healthy relationship where we're both on the same page and we can learn and grow together. I don't think that's what either of us were looking for in these relationships. As I got older, I continued to date older men, and it kind of got to the point where I was so much older that they were so much older, and then it was just gross. At the end of the day, After getting sober and really like exploring my relationships and why I was still single and why it didn't work and blah, 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 I realized, and I'm sorry, don't get mad at me, people that are dating older men, this is not all of you, but I wanted a father. It's cliche, and I'm sorry, but it's just true. I wanted a father figure. I wanted like an older man to like swoop in, be proud of me and pay attention to me and look after me and tell me everything was going to be okay and just father me. I heard a psychologist on TikTok saying, she was talking about older men and younger women and saying that a woman who grew up with her father in the house, who saw him every day, and he brought her to school and he, gave her a bath and he made her food, she is not going to be attracted to older men. She is not going to sexualize an older man because she grew up with one in her house. She knows what that relationship is supposed to be, and she will actually be grossed out by the idea of an older guy. Whereas not having a father around will leave a young girl like seeking that, but confusing that relationship. So it's much easier to like fall prey to sort of what a man would want that relationship to be with a younger woman. Now, as far as what men are looking for when it comes to younger women, I made a post on Threads and I said, men, why do you date younger women? And I thought it might be fun to read some of the answers I got. Over 1,000 people so far have answered. And I gotta say, they're pretty wild. Raya's Mando says, they are beautiful, energetic, and not bitter about everything. Women, do you think we're bitter about everything? All right, less mileage. No one really likes riding anything with over 100K miles. Charming. Official Craig Schumacher says, because younger women usually don't have the inventory of what the man is doing wrong and have less expectations. Younger is about fun. Older, more angry, and tend to be about what they don't want rather than the simplicity of living in the now. Older, I feel like I'm taking an exam. Younger, I have enthusiasm. As a man of experienced wisdom and success, I enjoy the pleasure of providing unique, inspiring, creative, and laugh-filled moments, and her organic pleasure and expression equals joy. Mazello Mike, I only date older women, except now she's 1 year older. Older women are much better. See? Not all men. Okay. Constacti says, younger women are more beautiful and expect even less. They're usually more active, social, and not carrying the weight of 25 years of broken relationships. I don't want to stay home and watch movies. I also date women older than me who are like-minded. It's just that they're less common. Because her youth and vibrancy can make a man feel young again. Coach Teichelt? These names are crazy. Less baggage, less bodies, less experience. More feminine and submissive, more willing to go with my program, more attractive, and are able to bear children. Take the helm, 111. Older women are single for a reason, stuck in their ways and drama-full. They wasted years screwing around, and when they finally decide to settle down, men aren't interested in putting up with their BS any longer. Okay, Emperor Eric. No stress, no martial expectations, and they fun to be around, especially the mature ones. No point in dating an immature youngling. Okay, so men want a mature woman who is young in age. Got it. Okay. This guy says it has to do lots about reproductive vigor as well. It's not a new phenomenon. Men have been dating younger women since ages. Reproduction after 35 results in genetic disorder in offsprings. I believe that the huge part of the attraction of why. Rest is to do with characteristics that younger women bring in relationship. With age comes baggage. Men get into relationship for excitement, something new, and most importantly, mental peace and stability. Guys, just so you know, your sperm gets dusty as you age, and you're responsible for a lot of the genetic disorders you're talking about. DJ Homicide says, simply because they're not as demanding as older women, being in a relationship with an older woman isn't fun, and you end up having to do everything for her and nothing for yourself. It's like a prison. Younger women are more appreciative while also having more vibrant energy. You can't rule out they just look better too. Obviously, not all men. I know plenty of men that are older and dating younger women, and women that are dating older men, and they're in wonderful, healthy relationships, and it works great. But I'm just talking about like the general vibe out there and what's going on in sort of the overarching land of society. Maybe it's just in America and maybe it's just on the internet. I don't know. But I do know these are the kind of comments I receive, and that is a fact. And this is a lot of what I hear on the streets when I'm talking to these men. What age women do you date?
23 to 33.
How old are you?
I'll be 53 this year.
I was never in a healthy relationship personally. Myself. This is just me. This is just my story. This is not the case for everybody, but it wasn't until I met my current boyfriend, who happens to be younger than me, that I feel I'm with someone who we are on equal playing field. But he's very mature. In fact, he's more mature than I am. And he actually seems older than me. Ladies, my advice to you, if you're single, is date younger. That seems to be where it's at for us girls, for us women as we age. Before we go, let's read a few questions. Okay, so a bunch of you wrote in to ask me some questions, and I'm going to answer them. Who should initiate touch, a man or woman? Well, that's pretty situational, but I will say a man should never initiate touch unless he is, pretty certain that a woman wants it. Like that she really wants it. And she'll let you know. Maybe she won't initiate touch, but she's going to give you a certain look. Or maybe she's going to touch your arm or your sleeve. I'm telling you, it's going to be in the eyes and you're not going to have a single doubt. You're not going to question it. You're not going to wonder. You're not going to be confused. If you are unsure, you can say, hey, can I kiss you? Hey, can I touch you? That's fine. That's hot. Just, if you're a guy, make a move, but only if you're sure. Don't be weird. Don't be creepy. Is there a compilation of the less dumb guys? My guess is 90% that it's 90% that expose they're idiots. I don't think it's 90%. I would think it's more like 60, 70%. But the ones that are idiots just do better on the internet. They just go viral. I post really cool guys too. You guys just don't seem to give them much love. Have you thought about piecing together a sociology type book? I am working on a book. Yes. Do you think women should stop sleeping with men until they change? Yeah, I think women should stop sleeping with men that are assholes or losers or idiots or rude or jerks or disrespectful. And I think women should only sleep with men that are fucking cool and kind and considerate and thoughtful and have their shit together. So yeah, stop sleeping with guys that don't deserve it. Girls, I know you're horny, but like hold out for somebody that's cool and worth it and that you really like and actually really likes you and really respects you and really treats you well. I promise it's worth it. And someone will come along. If you just keep saying no to the idiots and the losers, somebody cool will eventually turn up. But if you say yes to a asshole, icky, misogynistic, creepy guy, you're just putting off the good guys that actually are out there. Keep saying no to the men that don't deserve to get fucked. The unfuckable men should not be getting fucked. But I promise you, there are some good ones. What do men have to do to stop being like this? Listen to women. Stop listening to your bros talk about what women want. Listen to what women have to say about what women want. Listen to women and believe them. We're not lying. That would not benefit us. Lying about who we are and what we want wouldn't help us. We're telling the truth. So listen to women, and that will help everyone get along better. I posted a whole ass story about my history of dating older men and the reasons why and who they are on my Substack, Hollywood, HOLLYWOULD, .substack.com. As far as this podcast goes, Manthropology Uncut, please leave a comment. Please leave a review. Please follow, subscribe. I am going to be here every week. I will have new interviews with celebrities every week for the most part. And if I don't, I'll come on and I'll do a solo episode.